Hey, what's up, guys? So, I'm here after the Bizzare near-death experience. If you didn't watch that video, just click the link below. It'll give you an idea. Basically, I was riding my bike, and I'm coming up to a little traffic circle, traffic circle. And as I'm coming up right up to the traffic circle, right at the part where you get onto the circle to go around, right as I'm on my bike there, the guy from the other side coming directly towards me, he literally crashes into the he didn't see it. So he literally bulldozed straight through the fucking traffic circle. His tire pops, loud explosion. In the span of about 3 seconds, I hear an explosion. I see headlights coming at me, and a car literally whizzes right past me. Probably missed me by like 8 or 10 feet. I mean, if I had just been a few feet to the left, who knows? So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I'm sort of trying to sort my thoughts because I literally thought that I was going to die. I basically had a near-death experience, both literally in terms of how close I was to getting hit, but also in terms of what I was thinking, what I felt at the time. And I want to do a video basically about the bizarre realization that I could have just fucking died. And it's sort of a weird topic, but the reason I call it a bizarre realization is because I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, okay, Chris, you have to sort your mind through this because I just know this was a very serious incident in terms of what I felt. I was terrified when it happened. I was literally, as the car passed by me and I realized I didn't get hit, I was literally screaming at the top of my lungs, basically shouting, "Oh my God, what the fuck, holy shit." It was just a natural reaction, and even the homeowner who lived at right there at the traffic circle, he said he heard me screaming from inside his home, and he thought that like somebody got hit. So I'm sitting here and I'm trying to process this incident and I'm trying to sort it in my mind, and I figured I might as well just share it with you raw. But basically, it's sort of just like this realization that you don't really have that much control in the outcome of your life. I could have been wearing a helmet. I could have done anything. I could have been the most careful person. But at the end of the day, I can't control somebody else bulldozing through a fucking traffic circle. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, man, I wonder if I'm going to be traumatized. Next time I go out to ride bike tomorrow or whatever, I'm going to be like fucking shitting my pants at any sign of a car. Like, I'm all, this is what I'm thinking of. Not that I actually think I will be traumatized, but I'm curious what effect this will have on me because it was such a feeling of terror. I actually thought, for the span of maybe a second and a half or 2 seconds, I actually thought that I was going to get hit by a 2-ton metal vehicle. And when you actually believe that's going to happen, not because you're just trying to think what it's like if you might get hit by a car, you're right there in the moment and the car is pointing at you. I'm pretty sure it was looking right at me, and then some point in the bouncing over the fucking traffic circle, they kind of veered off a little bit. Truly in the moment, believing that you might die. And that does something to you. Anybody who's had a truly near-death experience will probably tell you the same thing. As I described it in my last video, it was like a feeling of pure mortality. That's what it felt like. The terror in my gut was pure mortality. For a few seconds there, I actually thought I was going to fucking die. I thought a car, because, in the sensory experience of it, it's nighttime, so it's dark, it's hard to see. All you see is a bright light of a car coming your direction, bouncing up over a fucking traffic circle, a massive explosive sound from the fucking tire popping. It's terrifying as it is, let alone to be fucking 8 feet away from it as a car whizzes past you. I mean, that is a traumatic experience. And I'm just thinking to myself, well, how do you deal with this? How do you deal with this going forward? I mean, it's one thing to go to school and they teach you, be careful, look both ways when you cross the street. You don't want to become a statistic. But it's something else when you fucking experience it raw and in the moment. And your life is literally a few feet away from being taken from you. And I guess it's just sort of the bizarre realization. I don't think I've ever had a near-death experience like this. So it's kind of like the reality that anything could happen in any moment really dawns on you. That's sort of what I'm experiencing right now. It's sort of like the reality that at any moment, anytime, any fucking shit could happen and you might be next, man. You might be next. And is there anything you can really do to control? Is there anything you can really do to make sure you don't get hurt? Or should we just, put our lives in the hands of God or the universe or chance or whatever the fuck you believe in and just go through life, and if one day something terrible like that happens to you, that's just what happens. It's like, how are we supposed to reconcile? How are we supposed to live life while simultaneously understanding that we can't control the outcome, that at any point anything could happen? I could have been wearing a bike helmet. I could have had a million little lights on my bike and a bunch of reflectors. I could have been the most cautious person, but nothing would have protected me from a car bulldozing through a fucking traffic stop, through a traffic circle. So how much control do you really have? How much control do you really have? How safe can you truly keep yourself? Anyways, I don't want to depress you guys. I'm not trying to depress you guys. And honestly, I'm okay. But I just sort of want to throw this out there because why the fuck not? You might have to get into some kind of spiritual explanation on how to deal with this sort of paradox of we love life and we want to live life, yet at any moment anything bad could strike us. You might need a spiritual interpretation. Some people might need to believe that a God is looking out for them. Some people might need to believe that, the purpose of life is not to worry. The purpose of life is just to live it and to live it fully. And if one day something bad happens, well, that's life. At least you had fun. It's the old, do you live in fear, constantly looking out? Or do you just throw caution to the wind and relax and enjoy life? I guess there's simple steps you can take. You can put on a bike helmet. You can have reflectors on your bike. You can wear light clothing at night. There's some things you can do, but at the end of the day, there's really not that much you can fucking do. So, do you fucking live in fear, or do you go out into the world and you just accept the fact that you can't control at any point something bad might happen? What do you think? I don't know. It's just terrifying. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. I don't even know what to say, man. It was just fucking freaky shit. Definitely the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. Never felt that in my life before. My heartbeat's never been that fast. I don't care how hard I'm working out. That was next level fucking heart rate. That was just like, that was ridiculous. My heart was like fucking, my whole chest was vibrating from that shit. Probably a good workout though for the heart. I don't know. Fucking pump some blood like a fucking crazy ass little device, heart device. Wow, that was insane. Yeah, and I've also never felt the true terror. It's a kind of terror that just strikes down into your bowels, and it's just like this really sickening, sort of gut-wrenching feeling. Absolutely horrific. Wow, I've never felt that in my life, and that was crazy. It's been like 3 hours. I'm still here processing this literal near-death experience. It's a big deal, man. But thanks for watching, guys. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. How would you deal with this apparent dilemma or paradox where on one level We love our lives. We cherish our lives. We want to live our lives. We want to be healthy and safe and happy. Yet at the same time, I mean, just walking down the sidewalk, you never know, anything could happen. What do you guys think? I mean, my whole life, I spent my life, I mean, in all fairness, and I don't like the idea that I'm going to be somehow fucking traumatized by this incident, but I walked down sidewalks my whole life. And I'll walk down sidewalks with a million cars whizzing down right next to me, 5 feet away from me. There's cars going 40 miles an hour. And I don't even think about it. Whatever. I'm walking down a sidewalk. It's safe, right? I mean, how the fuck? You see, it's almost like why was it okay for me to just walk down a sidewalk with hundreds of cars whizzing past me at 40 miles an hour and me not even thinking about it? A car just needs to go like this, 5 feet, and it'll be on the sidewalk running you over. How do you fucking, I mean, it's almost like, to me, because you can't control the outcome, because no matter how careful you are, anything could possibly happen. To me, the answer to this question, the question of this video, is that you're not supposed to walk through life fucking scared and trying to prevent. You just have to let go, man. You just have to let go. Don't be naive. Don't walk down a street without looking left and right. But at the same time, you know, don't be so fucking scared that you won't even leave your fucking house. I guess to each his own. Everyone's got their own balance. It's just a bizarre realization that I could have become just another statistic. So leave your responses below. This is not meant to be a depressing video. Be happy, live your life. I'm fine. But I think it's an interesting question. So leave your comments below. How would you deal with this paradox? Do you live life extremely afraid, fucking looking out for every possible negative thing that could happen? Or do you let go completely and stop caring, or somewhere in the middle? Let me know what you guys think the answer is.